The Ford Territory has arrived with as much digital fanfare as possible online and on social media. Ford Philippines hosted a sort of rolling press conference, small batches of media zooming in and taking turns for brief but personalized walkthroughs of the new Territory and its special features from Ford's top honchos and short Q&As after. The brief walkthrough may not be enough to truly showcase the new Territory, what to highlight and emphasize. The sleek and stylish but still unmistakably Ford look, the smart and safe technologies, the 1.5L EcoBoost engine mated to a continuously variable transmission with sport mode that delivers 143 PS and 225 Nm of torque, or the all-LED headlamps, daytime running lamps, tail lamps, auto on-off headlamps with follow me home feature, the front and rear fog lamps, the panoramic moonroof, rear spoiler, and roof rails all coming as standard in both new Territory Trend and Titanium Plus variants brought to the country. What about the perforated leather seat material, smart keyless entry with push-button start, leather steering wheel with mounted controls, powered door lock with central locking, speed sensing door locks, rear view mirror with auto dimming and high mount USB port, leather covered center console with dual lid opening, sunglass holder, 7 cup and bottle holders, and 12-volt power outlet. PK Umashankar, President and Managing Director of Ford Philippines, chose to highlight what it felt like in the driver's seat.
The way the layout is pretty much like a cockpit, the way the controls are laid out. And what appeals to me personally is the way the whole system comes across, the whole dash panel comes across. The audio system, 10-inch touchscreen, 4-quadrant display allows very, very cool engagement. I'm just going to take one example, 360-degree camera, which shows the vehicle as if there is a drone camera outside shooting it very clearly. And we can control that from inside to understand any angle, or even use a side repeater to understand which side you want to take a vehicle look. And what's interesting is that the way I can operate those 4 quadrants, choose the one which I want to work on and do that stuff, gives you the way that we manage our tablets and iPads, for example, is what we just carry forward. Another interesting element is what I have here is the cluster. 10-inch cluster, probably one of the few in the segment. And what's interesting is that we have an ability to change the way the cluster is laid out. What I'm showing you is a sport layout, and I can also jump to another layout called classic, which shows a classic way, or for young and upwardly mobile, they got a fashion option as well.
During the Q&A portion, one question asked of Umashankar is, what space in the local Ford SUV lineup does the new Territory occupy?
This is positioned above Ford EcoSport because Ford EcoSport is an entry SUV in the Ford showroom, and Territory sits just above that, and as you can see from the price positioning where it actually is positioned. In terms of market, we believe that this has potential to draw from the mini utility segment where EcoSport and a group of other manufacturers compete, and also from the small segment, small utility segment, which is slowly and steadily growing as well.
Another question. How does the new Territory separate itself from rivals in the crowded SUV and crossover market?
Now, from the space and size standpoint, because it is a small SUV segment with a body dimensions as the longest, if not the longest, the widest in the segment, it delivers on the space and size. In terms of styling cues, it brings in the latest of the Ford design cues in SUV element, and that's pretty visible. In terms of technology, we made sure that because of the consumers we are going after, young affluents and small families who are upwardly mobile, their consumption on technology is over-indexed. So we made sure that the vehicle is with oodles of technology so they can connect with that very easily.
During the Q&A, the Ford Philippines' top honcho revealed what they call the Territory Movement, which defines how they plan to sell the new SUV in its lineup.
What we believe Territory will do is the collective experience, the emotional outcome of owning a Territory is going to be an enjoyable and a lasting and a sustainable one. That's what we are going to be after. It's not just the content, it's how it's all coming together makes it better for the consumer in their ownership experience. Whether it's cost of ownership of owning the vehicle or the fuel economy, every angle of it is appropriately addressed. So that's what Territories aim to be. That's why we call it the Territory moment, which is the moment is more important than the material behind it itself. So we believe in making sure customers' moment gets better when they own the Territory. That's the angle that we are looking at by delivering all of that stuff.